Welcome back to our show. Once again, my name is Mrs. Augustina and help me welcome my friend, Mrs.
Glory Ezema. Welcome back to our sweet home, Africa. Once again, thank you so much for being our viewer. Alright, so our topic today is widows' abuse in Africa. We've had so many stories.
Yes.
And we have seen so many widows that have been abused in Africa. And this is what my friend and I will look into today. It's heartbreaking when we hear stories of some of the widows, which we will bring some of them as guests to our show, so that at least you can hear from them what they have gone through just because they lost their husband in Africa. So my friend and I will give you some insights on things that we have heard, the ones that we have seen, and then also give some advice to these people that have, taken advantage of some of these widows just because they lost their husband. All right, so my dear friend, this is a very, very heartbreaking topic.
Yes.
Because we've had so many stories of widows that have been exploited, humiliated, and treated in such a terrible way just because they lost their husband. When in actual sense, they are supposed to be the ones that people are supposed to even show sympathy to and be able to help them and help their children. So go ahead, my friend, give our viewers some insights of what you have known or what you have seen.
Maybe I have had a lot, and being that I was brought up back home, I have seen a lot too, because so many a time the women end up paying for things they have no clue, they have no control about, especially the widows. So some of the widows I know, maybe they used to be well-to-do, their husband have houses both in the village or in the town, and they have children. And then when the unfortunate thing about death knock on their door and take the man, so the uncles so far, well, the first thing they will do, you have to take the children home. Go back to the village. You're not doing anything again in the town. And one thing they forgot is the town is where this woman and the husband has established. They make their friends, you understand? They make their friends over there. Their friends are over there. Those who can even show sympathy or drop their children to school or help them in one way or the other. But the uncles or the husband's relative, they will want the woman to go back to the village as to want the husband or any other thing. Take the children, you're not doing any other thing there, your husband is already dead. Then the woman will, out of obedience, go back home. And when they get there, before they get there, your the brother to the husband or the uncle or just the relative, they already took their home. They already living in there. Yes, the brother to your late husband. They will take the house. They're living in there. And you'll be lucky they give you one room. If there is a car, if there is a landed property, whatever it is already, they are in possession of it. Now you got to beg them to have access, if any, to what you and your husband labored for. Even if you're not working, even if you don't have a job, but you was there for that month to go and come back, to make all that money. They don't put those things into consideration. Then what about the children? You have little children, if they used to go to maybe private schools back home, which is a big deal, now they're in the village. You don't even have anything doing. Maybe you don't even have farm work. So, but before then you can get that farm work, you have to go according to what your brothers, what your husband brother. You have to meet his demand. 9 out of 10 times, oh, now your husband is not there, according to tradition or whatever, you have to be my wife. You was like, look, no. And then that's when problem will start. So I don't know if you have heard about that or if you have witnessed any, I don't know.
You
So
know,
can you share with us? Maybe?
my friend, actually, the stories that you told, it's heartbreaking, and I've had some of them. Because when you look at it, let me just go a little deeper to the people that are really exploiting the widows. Death knocks on
Everybody's
everyone's door,
door.
and you never know when it will be your turn.
Nobody knows tomorrow.
So I don't know if you want your wife to be treated the way that you're treating your brother's wife. I don't know where the culture came, because actually I thought when someone loses a family member, they are now the ones that really need help.
Yes, especially the children.
So to take what they already have, it's almost like you're mistreating even your brother that died. Because I mean, if you're doing this to his family, that means you don't care about him. So, I mean, a widow, especially where we come from, most of the time when someone's husband dies, people start blaming her actually, because I've had so many stories. And then she becomes a victim. So not only is she bereaved, but now she's also a victim.
Oh, yes.
So she will be accused of everything in the whole world. And then, if for one reason or the other, that she's even exonerated, now she will become exploited. People will exploit her sexually because now she lives alone. So, I mean, there's so many things that are going on in Africa. I don't know, actually, we're talking more, you know, about Nigeria, where we come from, but I don't know about other African countries. And that's why, actually, when we start interviewing, we'll interview widows from different parts of Africa that will come out and share their own stories. So we're pleading with our people. I mean, we have so many traditions and cultures that we need to change. This one, abusing widows, this is one of the major ones that we really have to look into and change. I mean, these are people that are really struggling already because they have lost maybe the head of household.
The breadwinner.
The breadwinner.
Breadwinner.
Exactly.
There's a lot of men that want their wives to work.
Exactly. And the children, look at the children. So why would you take their property? You take their land, you take their houses, you take their cars, you take everything. So what do you want the children to live on? Who is going to train them in school? And then, you know, like I said, I don't know, my friend, let me allow you to talk, because I don't know, I don't even know which area to go to, because it's heartbreaking when you hear stories of these widows. They are crying, they have lost everything. And then people exploit them even more and more and push them deeper into suffering. So go ahead, my friend.
Well, as you have just mentioned about the lies they will tell on the widow, it's not even letting her mourn her husband. They lost. I think about how to pick up the pieces. Where does she have to go from here? Especially sudden death. Sometimes it's death by accident. Sometimes it's just death. When that death comes, they will accuse you of killing your husband. And then if the villagers bought that, then you'll be treated as a leper. That's the point.
You'll be ostracized.
Yes, you'll be treated as a leper. And they will, some of them will go to the extent of asking you, oh, if you didn't say you killed, you have to jump over the coffin, and they try to humiliate you. Not only that, right now you're sitting thinking about, what do I do now?
How to feed your children.
Well, now my children are in the village. How do they go back to go to their school? How will I move around? There are so many, what am I going to do? Instead of people coming to console you, some of them are going to come demanding something. Oh, when your husband was sick, why didn't you tell us on time? As if you're the doctor. Why do you have to tell us when he's dead? In order to take out extra money. If you have that money anywhere, they're going to be placing fine upon fine on you. You know, so that, oh, we fine you for this. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. Then they're doing that so that at the end, by the time your husband will be buried, you won't even have a father in your hand. And that woman will just say, unless she's lucky to have a family of her own, if they can be able to assist. But you still have to be in the village to mourn your late husband, regardless what happens to the little ones, your little children. They will be forced to change school. They will be forced to make new friends. They will be forced to eat the type of food maybe they never eat since they were born. Well, nobody cares about that. So, big uncles, that death never knock at your door first, please. for the sake of other Africans, because God, the cry of the widow, reaches God's ear so fast.
That's true.
We just want Africa to keep on going from strength to strength. Things like that, when it happens, it brings Africa back to square one.
That's true.
We want to move on. We want to continue, flourishing, because this is our year. We are going to make it.
That's true.
So please,
Let's
all hands
change.
should be on deck. We got to change our ways. We have to know that death can knock at anybody's door.
That's true.
Because nobody is killing you if your God did not say this is your time. So please, like my friend said, death can knock at anybody's door. You never know tomorrow. Please, rethink.
You know, that's something actually when you were talking about the children, because actually we talked about the women and women and women. And people that are really exploiting these women are not considering the children.
No, they don't care.
You see, we talk about poverty in Africa, and we talk about crimes and crimes and crimes, and we talk about it so many times in Africa. But when you think of what is going on with these widows, when you, like I said, you take everything that they have, now their children are fatherless and they're penniless too. So when they're penniless, many of them go into the life of crime.
Yeah.
And then we complain and complain and complain. And oh, this is what is going on with these youths. But you have really taken, actually you robbed them because you took their father's land, you took their father's property, you took their father's money. So now you left them penniless.
And then they want their father's wife.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's their mother.
Exactly. So now they become criminals and they become so angry and bitter. And that's why you hear about the killing and you hear about that, because we have, we are creating so much poverty by some of these traditions. So if we can change these things, and like I said, these widows, they need help. And actually brings me to the Western world, because remember in this show what we do, we talk about Africa and we talk about things that we have seen in the Western world.
That is working for them.
That is working for, exactly, because we're here to copy the good things and leave the bad things alone. What they do with the widows here in the Western world, people come collectively to help widows. Let's say if someone loses their husband in maybe in a part of a city, sometimes people will raise money for that widow, help her with her bills, help her even to train her children. Everybody will come together to help her. That's what they do in diaspora. That's what the Westerners do. So why don't we copy that and help our own widows instead of exploiting our widows and abusing our widows? So that's our topic, my friend. I don't know what else you need to talk about, and just to push this point across, if you have more things to say.
The only thing we have to say, we're still begging. As you said, that's some kind of a primitive, culture. Things that are not working, we got to see what they are. Africa, yes, we're embedded in our culture. But whatever is not working, that thing you know, somebody do it to your own child or your wife, if you're no longer here with us, that even you will be so mad. If you hear that, let's say we communicate with the dead, please do not do it to another person's daughter, another person's wife, because they're no longer alive. Take care of your brother's wife, if anything happened to your brother. Take care of the children. Do not cut them from their friends. Let's work towards, modernizing our place so that it will be so conducive for every other person. Do not bring your brother's wife down just because your brother is dead. Do not send your brother's children to start robbing, to join the bad gang in order to make a living. Out of anger, like my friend said, because when that happens, even your own children are not safe. Nobody is safe because they're going to take that anger out of somebody. And because they, when they get caught, you know what the last the means will be. So they will do whatever they have to do so that even if it happens, let it happen. Please, uncles, please.
Think about it. Exactly. Because actually, I like what you said, because actually when they take that anger, they might even take that anger on that uncle and her children, his children. And they actually, his own children will not be safe. So we're pleading with you, because not only are you going to do this to help your brother's family, you're also going to protect your children, because if you create enmity between your own children and your brother's children, it might be a long-lasting enmity in your family. So take care of the widows among you. That's our point. And please, 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 do not exploit them sexually. Do not exploit them in financially. Please.
And stop lying on them.
That's true.
You know, you're exploiting them, but at the same time, you're making other people to stay away from them, because once you label them as a killer, people are going to run from them. They emotionally, you already killed them, because they know no other person will say they didn't do it. You just want to put that on them so that every other person will run away from them. Just embrace them. Do what you have to do to help everybody build Africa up. That's all we are asking for. And I know it's possible. I know we can do it, because it's just a behavior we can change.
Exactly.
Yeah, to make Africa a better place.
That's true. So thank you so much once again for watching us. And like we said,
thank you.
You know, you never know whose turn it might be. So treat people how you would like to be treated, and how you would like your family to be treated.
Yes.
So that's our topic today, and that's our show today. We thank you so much once again for being our viewer. And we have great topics. And like we said, we talked about Nigeria because this is where we come from, and this is what we know in terms of the widows. But if you're a widow in other parts of Africa, or if you know a widow that has been exploited in any other part of Africa, and you want to reach us to share your story, we are open. We'll bring you to the show to share your story and to push the point across so that others can learn from your testimony, and then people can change to make Africa better for all of us. So thank you so much again, and have a blessed
for watching
week.
Us, and as usual, we thank you and we appreciate each and every one of you. As you subscribe, as you send to your friends, as you send us comments, please do not get tired of doing it. We love you and we appreciate you. We say God bless you. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Bye.